Hi there and welcome to this very brief overview of etcML. Excuse my ignorance if that's not the correct pronunciation. It's essentially a web-based tool for textual data analysis. In this demo, I will briefly go through some of the key features that the service provides with more detailed information, as well as a sample text file and Python code used to generate it, available on my blog at bicortex.com. That's bicortex.com. Now, I have to admit I have become a big fan of rapid visualization, rapid data discovery or statistical modeling services, which have lately been spreading all over the internet. For example, StatWing or BigML or Tableau Public. The basic premise is that free of charge or with small typically monthly subscription fee, everyone with internet access and some data to analyze can now play, or at least try to play, data scientist, wrangling data as if they purchase expensive application typically reserved for academics or folks working for departments with big budgets. A few days ago I read about etcML, a new predictive/analytical tool for sentiment classification, and decided to take it for a spin. And what you can see here is the etcML's website at the time of making this recording. The interface is quite clean and easy to use. I actually have to say that I'm a big fan of how the whole process works. It's very intuitive and responsive, so definitely kudos to the developers. Right from the start, you can see what you can achieve with this tool and what it's built for. There are three options here: explore, predict, and train. For now, as this is only a short overview, I'll go with predict. I'll scroll down to predict on your own data, and here we have a few options to choose from in terms of the dataset selection. I'll go with create new dataset, and what you can see is the option to name the dataset, which I will later upload, provide a description of some sort, and tag it. For this demo, I will only provide the name. I'll call it bicortex sample data, and proceed to creating and uploading my Twitter dataset. Now, I don't have any files with Twitter feeds available just yet, so what I'll do, I will go to my Python code and adjust two variables before kicking it off. I will set the first one called exact time, which simply stores the number of times the script will run to, let's say, 100, and the second one called pause for, which indicates the number of times between individual intervals to, let's say, 15 as in 15 seconds. As you can see here, I will also be capturing the final output for all the feeds in a text file on my C drive in this location right here. Given the fact I'll be running this code 100 times every 15 seconds, that should take around 25 minutes. So let's kick it off, and I will pause the video during the execution and come back once this progress bar down here has reached 100 and we have the results saved in the file. Okay, we're back now, and I should have a collection of Twitter feeds which are saved on my machine. So if I open up the file, you can see that it's just a bunch of feeds in different languages. There's 280 records in the file, and if you're keen to experiment with this data set, you can download it from my SkyDrive public folder with the link provided on my blog. Also, if you would like to customize this list even further, for example, I decided to remove certain characters, such as question marks, as well as all links to URL shortening services such as Bitly. You can definitely do so by fetching the script from my blog at bicortex.com. So let's go ahead and upload this file like so, and click on Create Dataset button down here. All there's left to do now is to select the classifier I would like to use on this data. For this exercise, I will go with the most popular option, and this should kick off the predicting job. It hopefully shouldn't take too long. The job is now in the queue and it's classifying Twitter feeds. Working. And as the final output, we can now see an interactive visualization with each feed classified as either positive, neutral, or negative. Let's look at some of those tweets now. Looking at the negative category, Microsoft is a dead company. However, they are just too big to realize it. It takes a long time to crash from the great height. Some pretty strong words there. Or this one, for instance, worst part is Microsoft is still arrogant and lacks focus. They are still in denial that products that shipped already need to be fixed. Looking at the positive ones, and Microsoft will believe that when you give your best every single day, success becomes incidental. Or this one, this is insane. Make use of is giving away Xbox One. Hurry and submit your entries now. There's also a section with feeds classified as neutral, which, as you can see, make up the majority of this list. Scrolling down, and you can also see the top predictions for each category, as well as a table with each tweet classified and the confidence level or probability that the prediction is accurate. The service also provides you with a handy download link for the dataset created, so you can see this couldn't possibly get any easier, or could it? Well, it turns out that you don't even have to have a predefined dataset containing Twitter feeds. You can simply search for tweets by a user, a hashtag, or a keyword, and generate a dataset based on those parameter types. To demonstrate this, let me go ahead and put in, let's say, hashtag big data. The job is now in the queue and it's processing all the latest Twitter feeds which have come in the last 15 minutes with the hashtag big data. And bingo, we have our data set ready, which has already been classified using Twitter sentiment. On top of that, you can also train your own classifiers, uploading already pre-labeled data set. So as you can see, for an ad hoc analysis, this service ticks most of the boxes and it presents a powerful proposition, particularly given the steep learning curve of some of the other tools and the fun and almost playful nature of this application. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around next time.